Hello, a warm welcome to you in the Ghatna Chakra book video. Let's begin this journey where we will present every topic in a simple, clear, and exam-oriented manner.
We often think we have the right to just walk away from a commitment, right? But what if that right came with a really big catch? Well, today we're going to dive into a surprisingly strict legal rule that basically says, when it comes to leaving, it's all or nothing.
So let's start with a simple question. When you surrender something, what does that really truly mean? I mean, in everyday life, it's kind of just about letting go. But in a legal context, well, as we're about to see, the definition is a whole lot more rigid.
At its core, this whole principle is about a pretty powerful right. Just imagine you're leasing a property, or maybe you hold some kind of official title. This is all about your fundamental ability to just say, you know what, I'm out, and resign from that position.
Okay, so here's the key term, tenure holder. Now, I know it sounds super technical, but it's really just a legal way of saying the person in charge of something. Could be a piece of land, an office, a title, you get the idea. And the law is crystal clear. This person has the absolute right to surrender that holding.
And this is so important. This isn't something that's forced on them. No, it is an active choice, a personal power. It's the ability to simply walk away. But, and you knew there was a but coming, right? This power isn't unlimited. There's a catch, and believe me, it's a big one.
See, exercising this right isn't about convenience. You can't just shed the parts of a responsibility you don't happen to like. There is one simple, totally non-negotiable condition.
And here it is. Here's the catch. The surrender must be for the entire holding, the whole shebang. You can't just give back a piece of it, the unprofitable part of the business or the undesirable section of the land. The rule is absolute. It is all or it is nothing.
And that brings us right to the core principle, which we can just call the all-or-nothing rule. It's a total mandate, a clear line in the sand with absolutely zero room for negotiation.
And get this, here's the exact wording from the legal text. Let this sink in for a second. Surrender of any part will not be effective. That's the punchline right there. Any attempt you make to surrender just a piece of your holding is legally void. It just has no effect whatsoever. 100%. That's the commitment required, not 99%, not most of it. The surrender is only valid if it includes the whole thing, right down to the last square inch or the final responsibility.
So what happens if someone tries to test this? What's the real-world consequence of trying to do a partial surrender? Well, as it turns out, the logic is actually very, very simple.
Let's just walk through it. A tenure holder tries to surrender just a part of what they hold. The law's response is simple. Nope. Not effective. So what's the outcome? Absolutely nothing changes. They are right back where they started, still legally on the hook for the entire holding.
And that really is the ultimate takeaway here. This rule does not bend. It gives you a clear binary choice. You are either all in, holding everything, or you are all out, holding nothing. There's no middle ground.
Which leaves us with a pretty fascinating final question, doesn't it? Because this isn't just some legal curiosity. Why do you think systems, whether it's the law or business or even personal relationships, create these rules that demand total commitment? What's the value in stopping us from cherry-picking our responsibilities? It's a powerful idea and definitely something to think about.